What's good, y'all? What's good? Welcome back to another live stream here on the Passive Income Network. My name is C. Will, and today we have some cool stuff to cover. So let me read you what we'll be talking about. First, we'll be diving into Algorand real world asset dominance, Chainlink'S aggressive stance, Ondo Finance news, and how all markets are connected. So definitely, as always, say what's up in the comments. Chat with me if you have any questions. And as we wait for more people to join the stream, let me play some music. All the scenery, trees and greenery, cryptocurrency, stake my currency. First to the research, deep dive feet first on the beat, berserk on the block we work. Grown man, big world, tiny man. Big bags, 100 grand rubber band. Life of blockchain, never be the same. Verify the ownership, change the game. Transparency when I'm talking fame. Tokenizing our mind and our brain. When I set the pool, I get an LP. Impermanent loss won't affect me. Passive income, passive income, passive income. Gold in my dental, thank God for my mental. Investor fundamentals, told my girl it was simple. We getting all this money to purchase rentals and get passive income. A neighborhood hero who started from zero, researching the crypto and teaching his people. Collecting some euro in Europe for crypto. Spending that dinero on chain with Circo. On chain money market, on folks where I park it. USDC for profit, crypto still popping. Yes, what's good, y'all? Again, what's good? So we got a lot of good stuff to talk about today. And the first thing, again, that we're going to pop onto is Algorand real world asset dominance. First of all, if you don't know, now you know, Algorand is a United States built blockchain. It is one of the leaders in real world assets. And I must say, the price of the token does not reflect what is actually going on the blockchain. We're talking about fast transactions, easy to build on, smooth speed, one of the best chains that is out there for DeFi and building assets. So as we dive in, we're going to start off with one of the newest real world asset plays that Algorand is actually talking about and pushing right now. And it makes a lot of sense for various different reasons. So this is what we got here. Let's dive in. Algorand is powering the future of RWAs. NL Group, the world's second largest electricity producer, is tokenizing solar panels in Italy with the help of Canio. Consumers can now buy solar panels tokenized on Algorand and use the energy produced to pay for their electricity bills. Then you can track it all on chain. That is pretty dope, right? You know, like it's so dope. So if you're looking at an account, they have the token box, you got the solar panels and the rates of the kilowatts, what it's producing, and all of the rest of the details there. So that way you can really like understand what your panels are doing. What's good, Ahmed? Algorand is the best coin. I invested. Definitely. Algorand is a monster when it comes to doing what it's supposed to do. So again, like the cool thing about this is that, again, Algorand with this NL group right here is just groundbreaking because for one, you have the second largest electricity producer tokenizing solar panels. And I spent during COVID a few summers or some time in the solar industry doing sales and whatnot. And I learned a lot about the kilowatts, what it does in terms of providing self-sufficiency energy to a building, to an apartment complex, to a house. You could connect different power sources like your battery, generator, all of that. And what it did for a lot of people was actually lower their electricity bill and made them less reliant on the grid. And that was out in San Diego, California. So if you're in an area that has great sunlight or area that has okay sunlight, you can change the whole game for your electricity. And then a lot of people love the fact that solar panels are great for the environment in terms of less gas power that you can use. Of course, you have to get some of the parts from the earth, but you have a long sustainability there. So it's pretty dope. And if we go check this out, this is the NL's website here. Build the future through sustainable power. We are committed to actively shape a better tomorrow. Looking beyond the present, we reduce environmental impact with clean, innovative, and responsible energy solutions, ensuring a better world for future generations. So that's dope. And this is them doing their thing. The power company that is changing the face of energy. So you can go to their vision, their story, locations, team management, energy is our starting point. But right here, so you can basically own, say, some of these solar panels, and then take that money and provide it to your electricity bill. You can use that as an investment. A lot of things are happening. You don't have to put them on your roof at home or even worry about that. You can not even own your home, and you can still invest in solar technology and again see all the data on the Algorand blockchain. And then the big part as well is that if you go look at the top or the largest companies in the EU by market capitalization, Enel is high up on this list, right? So you go down, we'll scroll, you see you got Louis Vuitton, Moet Hennessy worth 300 billion. People love that company. SAP, I'm not sure what that is, but that's out of Germany. Then you had Novo Nordisk out of Denmark, and Hermes, right? You got a lot of like product companies. But if you go down to number 33, you see Enel Group. The top market cap for all these companies was 300 billion, and you got to drop down to the twos and the 100s, and you got Enel at number 33 with 82 billion out of Italy. And that's pretty impressive for a freaking utility company, might I say. So pretty dope. They're working with a top company, $80 billion market cap is huge. Never know what could happen next. All right, let's dive into the next piece of news right here. So remember, Algorand is a part of the DREC Alliance. So that's Hedera, Cardano, Ripple, Input Output, which is Cardano, XRP, Algorand. They're all here. So industry standards are improving thanks to the collaborative efforts such as the DREC Alliance. And here's Stacy at the Block Summit, Digital Asset Summit, talking about this right here. Let's check it out.
Friendly, Web3 environment, self-custody environment, and we will find things in between. So we're a proud member of the DREC Alliance with Cardano and Hedera and a number of others, where we're it's a little bit not quite custodial, and it's a little bit like not quite your, not your keys, not your coin, but we share keys, and it's a kind of a multi-sig approach. It's pretty interesting. So the industry keeps coming up with these new innovations. Friendly, Web3 environment, self-custody environment.
That's Stacy Warden of Algorand Foundation talking about them working with the Alliance. And those are a whole bunch of US companies that are working together to make blockchain better, more efficient, and everything that's involved there. So that's pretty dope. They're making the right alliances. And you've seen John Allen Woods, the CTO of Algorand Foundation, tapping in, meeting with Lemon, I think that's his last name, over there with Hedera. Pretty dope. So, and then the next big thing for Algorand in particular, before we move on to the next, is this right here. We have, and shout out to Alex France.algo. He always does great updates. But here we go. Q1 2025 has been absolutely incredible for TravelX. So far in terms of on-chain activity on Algorand, TravelX has produced over 64 million transactions on Algo since the beginning of the year, which is 57% of the total for 2024 in less than 3 months. Massive bullishness there. That's just insane. At this pace, even without accounting for potential new airline clients, projections suggest they should surpass 280 million transactions on Algorand in 2025. That's far more on-chain activity than the total activity of many other blockchains. Algo is undeniably one of the very few chains capable of handling such a use case with unmatched efficiency and reliability. Number of transactions made by TravelX on Algorand 2025 so far. Already cooking. Already cooking in just 3 months. Q1 has been great for TravelX. 475% compared to the same period in 2024. It's kind of crazy. I remember on the Next Block channel, we interviewed TravelX right before their launch, and I was definitely really excited by this platform and this project. And it has definitely turned out to be a game changer for those that are involved. And then also in terms of just putting transactions on the blockchain and showing people what type of real world asset thing you can do. So for me, Algorand dominating real world assets, the Algorand RWA dominance is real. It's something I believe will continue. So you got the TravelX's, got the Lofties, you have the how you say it, Lovala coffee, Lovezala coffee. You have those type of products on there. Obviously, the stable coins, they're rolling out the MasterCard. If you keep adding these type of things to the blockchain, it starts to become undeniable. And then you got 1.5 billion or so coins already left to be circulated. So it's not many. And eventually, I think there should be a nice supply crunch. You know, it would make a lot of sense. Sorry, I got a phone call. But if we go here just real quick, so we got a 10 billion algo market supply, and then we have to the left 8.53 billion algos out there right now. That's pretty solid, definitely solid, and we like to see that. So as we move on to the next thing, now we're going to talk about Chainlink's aggressive stance. They going hard right now. So if we got some Chainlink fans out here, this is for you. Let's check it out. Asset origination, automated compliance, global distribution. Quote, these are the three most critical things for the US financial system to achieve. And then watch Sergey, he's the CEO of Chainlink, founder, full keynote at Digital Chambers DC Blockchain Summit. So we're going to watch about the first minute or so.
Hi, everyone. I'm very excited to be back here with you in DC. I'm very impressed by the massive shift that has happened towards our industry. I've taken multiple trips here this year, and I've seen a big shift, not only in perception, but also in the willingness to take action. I completely agree with Cody and the folks from the Chamber of Digital Commerce that at the end of the day, this is a very unique opportunity for us in our industry to be formed in the right way. And because the US occupies such a large position in the global financial system, I think it'll reverberate from the US into the larger global financial system. So the decisions that are going to be happening here over the next 18 to 24 months will indeed shape our industry both here in the US and globally. I'd like to share with you some of the principles that I use to think about how this should develop and how the United States might want to look at both its position and how it relates to the global financial system as it goes into the Web3 transactional format. I have three fundamental principles that I think the United States financial system, and really any financial system, should care about. But because of the US's current role in the global financial system, as the global financial system migrates into the Web3 format, I think these three things are the most critical for the US financial system to achieve. The first one is to be the origination point and the source of issuances into the Web3 financial system. So it's very valuable that teams come back to the United States, but what is even more valuable is where the assets are originated. If the assets are originated in the US system, because it is the source of the most reliable methods of issuance and origination, then the United States will be the place where everyone gets their digital assets.
So right here, I had to pause it. This is pretty dope. asset assurance and origination, the United States should be the issuance / origination point of the most reliable Web3 assets, which the rest of the world wants to buy. And as the most dominant financial country, yeah, I agree. The cost of acquiring, holding, or reselling a U.S. issued digital asset should be as low as possible, reducing friction for acquiring. And then global distribution, DeFi fintechs and institutions should wrap and rewrap US issued assets across various chains, creating large scale global adoption. So yeah, obviously, Chainlink is putting itself there as the oracle, putting itself in position like, hey, you need us, so let's educate you and help you push. And I think that's a smart move, Sergi. Very smart move. But I do want to show y'all this as well. Check this one out.
The proof of bill that we're working on with a number of other legislators and their staff and other groups here in DC is really focused on proving that the real world assets that are backing a coin, whether it's a stable coin, whether it's a tokenized fund, whatever the coin is about, that those assets actually exist. And that proof about them existing doesn't happen on an annual audit basis, doesn't happen on a monthly report basis in the form of a PDF that is very unclear, and it's not very clear how anything was verified. But it happens on a second by second basis. So it happens in near real time. And beyond happening in near real time, you can drill down into the details of the underlying asset. So you wouldn't just know that it's treasuries. You would know that it's treasuries. You would know that it's 2-year or 5-year or 10-year treasuries. You would know the yield on the treasury tranches. You might even know the custodian with which those treasuries are held.
All I can say is Chainlink is cooking. So when we're talking about what they're doing, being the oracle, being right in the middle, letting everything be transparent, you need an oracle like Chainlink. You need a blockchain like Algorand. And you also need a blockchain, a protocol like Ondo Finance. I can see these type of blockchains working together. You got the Bitcoins, got the Ethereums, you got the Algorand, you got the XRP. There's about 10 blockchain cryptos that should massively benefit for what Sergi is talking about, real world assets, dominance, and everything. And let's dive into Ondo some more. One of my favorite as well. Quote, you'll be able to move collateral on chain outside of traditional bank and broker dealer hours and outside of traditional holiday and weekend hours. Cynthia Lowe Bessette, head of digital asset management at Fidelity Investments, on the benefits of tokenization. Bringing traditional assets like stocks, bonds, and ETFs on chain where they can move 24/7 and unlock new composable use cases like serving as collateral are some of the key value propositions for Ondo global markets and Ondo chain. We're encouraged to see major institutions like Fidelity leaning into this same future with initiatives like their upcoming stablecoin. Wow. The shift toward an always-on programmable financial system is well underway. This is big. What you got? Alexar should be linking them all together with Chainlink, correct? That's interesting. Axlar should be linking them all together along with Chainlink. Well, it kind of depends, because you got a point. Axlar does help with blockchain interoperability. Chainlink is like the Oracle interoperability to put something physical, that data, onto the blockchain in real time. So that's a great question. I'm gonna take a note, and then I should do some more research on Axlar. I haven't looked them up in a while, and I do know they're in the Cosmos ecosystem, but that's a great thought there. I'm not quite sure yet, so I'm gonna have to get back to you on that one. I appreciate the question. Now let's check Cynthia out.
We think that there are a couple of opportunities, and we heard a lot, and we have actually heard a lot over the last, couple of years about the collateral use case. Collateral and being able to move collateral on chain means you are going to have more efficient ways to be able to adjust your collateral exposures, which means you have better balance sheet efficiency in what capital you have tied up. For collateral purposes, you're able to move collateral on chain outside of traditional bank and broker dealer hours, outside of traditional holiday and weekend hours, when our global markets are moving 24/7. And so that has been a very compelling set of reasons to focus on how to build the infrastructure to support that collateral use case.
See, again, what they're trying to do is like, so for example, you got countries in Europe, countries in Africa, Asia, South America, and all that type of stuff, Philippines and whatnot. They in islands. They want to make sure that everyone gets access to these markets. So here in the US, we obviously have access. I'm on the West Coast, so Pacific Standard Time, 6:30 a.m. to 1 p.m., right? They want to make that a little bit longer. We already have overnight, outside the hours where you can buy whole shares, but they want to tokenize, let's say the S&P 500, let people purchase it and take out loans against it, like how you can take out loans against your Bitcoin. So imagine if you could take out a loan against the S&P 500 in DeFi and on your Bitcoin. Do what you need to do. Maybe run some plays that you didn't think so otherwise. Catch some yield somewhere. People are gonna be making major moves for sure. You said, I also meant to say my hat off to you. Yeah, bro. No problem. I figure you said my hat off. Yes, and stake it. Yes, exactly. So as I was saying, borrow, collateral, stake, earn yields. People are going to be doing a lot of different things. You're going to see different type of liquidations. The people who are running the platforms obviously are going to be eaten in different times, ways. And the people who are savvy enough, like us right here, watching this stream, you must be savvy. We're going to be getting money out of this whole situation as well. So this is very exciting. All right, and then check this out. Let me get to this question real quick. How did you find out about Ondo? To be honest, people will be DMing me sometime and writing me on Twitter. So what happened was I kept getting tagged a few months back, like, you should check out Ondo. Ondo is doing some real RWA stuff I think you'd be interested in. So finally, after being tagged a few times, I was like, let me actually do a deep dive. So I did a deep dive. I found out that Trump's World Liberty Financial was purchasing Ondo. I went to their websites. I understand what's going on with treasury yields. I was like, let me really understand this. And then I was like, okay, BlackRock, Morgan Stanley, and just what they're building in general for real world asset tokenization is a game changer. So that's how I found out about it. I really like what they're doing. Y'all are talking some good stuff. Facts. So yeah, that's how I found Ondo, and I think it's going to be a power player. All right, now check this out. Yield-bearing assets are going mainstream. Yield-bearing stablecoins currently make up just 6% of the total stablecoin market cap, but could expand significantly, potentially capturing up to 50% of the market, according to JP Morgan analyst. Speaking with The Block, Nicolaus, managing director at JP Morgan, noted that the top 5 yield-bearing stablecoins, among them Ondo Finance's USDY, have seen rapid growth since the U.S. election in November. That's facts. Rising from around 4 billion to over 13 billion in combined market cap. Yield-bearing stablecoins, including tokenized treasuries, quote, could experience massive growth ahead. According to the analyst, who identified several drivers of adoption, earning yield, maintaining custody, and using the tokens as collateral. These are key features of Ondo's tokenized U.S. Treasury products, offering users the ability to earn yield and still deploy their tokens in lending, trading, or as collateral without compromising custody. That's how you whip the pot, Ondo. So y'all, that's how you whip the pot. And then here's a dope example of what accounts and things are eventually going to be looking like. Remember, blending DeFi with TradFi, traditional finance and decentralized finance becoming one. Ondo Global Markets will bring publicly traded stocks, bonds, and ETFs on chain, accessible anywhere, 24/7, easily tradable, and built for DeFi. The US markets reimagined for the world. So here's the example. Right there. So that's dope. At Timbo, looking at token partnerships or whom investing helps me figure out whom is a good coin. Yeah, same here. Yep. So that's why, like, if BlackRock's into something, it's worth looking. Morgan Stanley, JP Morgan talking about it, big US institutional banks, it's worth looking at it. I saw the partnership with BlackRock and couldn't believe it. Yeah. So if Larry Fink's pushing, something you got to actually pay attention, I think, in my opinion there. So yeah, I really like what they got going on. So to let y'all know, we're just slowly about to start closing out, and we're about to hit our last topic. Let me know if y'all have any comments or questions. So all markets connected with a question mark. I say now it's happening. We just proved a point in this video. Algorand working with a company that's working with NL Group for solar panels. Algorand and MasterCard, airline flights, right? Chainlink is sitting right in the middle, putting things on chain, sure that is verified. Ondo just talked about what is going on with tokenization of assets, traditional finance, decentralized finance, blending to make a 24/7 market that you can use as collateral and all those different things. And then right here, if we even go look at the charts. So this is SPY on the daily chart. This is the drop because of all the tariffs right here. We get a nice rally. We get a rejection for these last few days, right? Why am I showing you this? This is why. Then if we go over to Bitcoin, do we basically get the same thing? You get tariffs here, drop, boom. SPY went harder, but you still got to drop. I have a list of the top 15 right here. All red today. Then I have a nice crypto list. All red today. Guys, tell me, y'all, ladies and gentlemen, what is happening? What I'm showing is that markets are starting to blend together. So when you're out here trading or buying, if you catch a dip in, let's say, the SPY, S&P 500, NASDAQ or something, there's probably a dip in Bitcoin and Ethereum and some of the other assets. Penny stocks dip, super low cap altcoins dip, large cap companies like Meta, Google, they dip. You're probably going to get a dip in XRP, HBAR, and whatnot. Very, very interesting. So if y'all got any more questions, please leave it for me so we can get to them. We're about to close out in about 2 minutes. Let's see. Ever heard of Crudo? Crudo. I have not heard of Crudo, but I will add it to my list so I can get back to y'all on the next stream about Crudo, and definitely Axlar, as someone suggested. Great work. Appreciate that, fam. I appreciate you for tapping in. Make sure y'all hit the like button and subscribe, and definitely leave some comments on the video. Newly subscribed, love the content. If you had to pick one RWA, which would you go all in on? Chainlink, Ondo, Algorand, Axlar, or Maker, or any other one of your choice? I know they are all great. Ooh, that's a tough question. That's a real tough question. Okay, I'm gonna come with a bias right now as well, and this is my pick is gonna be right here, based on market cap size, my history with this chain, and what I know most about, may or may not be the best choice, but I would go with Algorand because Algorand is closer than some of these other chains or coins to having fully diluted 10 billion coins out. It's a self-sufficient chain doing really well. The only thing that people hate on is the price action. So I would choose Algorand. Axelar, again, I haven't looked at it in a while, but I think Axelar is dependent a lot on interoperability. Maker, I like Moonwell better than Maker. I haven't really used it that much because it was on Ethereum. Chainlink and Ondo, I would put 2 and 3. So 1 will be Algorand, 2 will be Ondo, and 3 will be Chainlink. That's my answer, Luke Hernandez. Appreciate the question. They are also getting the non-holders to leave, which usually burns. I got to look. You got to tell me a Crudo. I got to check that one out. How often do you go live? So I usually go live at least once a week. However, this week I went live 3 times, and I'm starting to kind of do more 30-minute live streams, go in on a few topics, trying to get back to going a few days a week. I had to take some time off, just make some videos, but the target will be about twice a week for about 30 minutes. I am not on a particular schedule, but on West Coast time, I usually go live sometime between 12 p.m. and around 2 p.m. for about 30 minutes. That's usually what I do when I do go live. So y'all got to just look out for me. I appreciate it. Check RSR. Okay, I'll add that one to the list as well. RSR, thank you. Let's say, nice, brother. Thanks for your thoughts on that. Most definitely appreciate y'all for tapping in. And again, my name is C. Will with the Passive Income Network. As I told Free Speech 0291, the goal would be to go live about 2-3 days a week for 30 minutes between usually at 12 and 2 p.m. I took some time off, but I am back. I'll still be making videos, but we getting it in. H-bar, okay, for sure. H-bar is a solid one. We always gonna cover that too. So appreciate y'all for tapping in. We at the very end of this stream. Let me catch these last couple comments and we're gonna get out of here. How the markets have fallen after such a rise once Trump won. The non-holders will sell, not thinking of the long-term gains, which in returns will burn the tokens, making it more valuable. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah. The people, if you've been here for a couple years, you're probably not going to sell. You might have took some profits when Trump got in office, or you might have not. I just know right now is a great time to buy the dip if you haven't been. And then you're going to have to wait it out because Trump going back and forth with tariffs. It looks like the tariff bottoms are in. We had a rally the last week, which is very positive. We might be in some sideways choppy action for a while, but I do think we'll have a great lead into summer, potentially a great back to all-time highs, maybe July. That's my what I see in the markets. But we'll be around. We'll be talking about it. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. Till the next time, y'all. Peace. Passive income. Gold in my dental. Thank God for my mental. Investor fundamentals. Told my girl it was simple.